Okay, just waiting. Okay, ready to go live. Well, almost ready to go live. I'm just gonna need to share this with a few groups, and then we should be ready to proceed. So it does take a while for it to show up. Okay, there it is. Now we can share this. Let's do this really quickly. I'm slightly disappointed that Aftermath didn't last very long, but then again, now that is super weird. What is that what is that splash in front? That's not even supposed to be there. Yeah, it's super weird. Hold on. It looks fine. If anyone's tuned in right now, let me know if something is up. Yeah, it doesn't, because it looks fine otherwise. It's just a bit on the weird end here. Anyway, I'm still able to share normally, which is kind of the good news. Okay, it's more normal now. I guess it might have been trying to something with the ingest, I guess. Let's hope it doesn't mess things up. I should also probably check I should also probably do a speed test as well, see if the weather is going to affect that much, but we can wait on that. Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Magic Arena Run. Today we are going to be doing we'll be doing a premiere draft of March of the Machine. We'll probably do this and one more time. Kind of shame that Aftermath only really lasted for a very short time, but it is what it is. It's nothing to be too sad about. Aftermath was kind of, it didn't really fit Limited all that well. It really is a good thing they didn't try to shoehorn it into normal Limited. It's fine for a one-off, I guess. Kind of wanted to give it another shot, but yes, I guess it didn't add up. And there we go. That one started fast, and we get Drana and Linvala as our rare. Pretty solid start. Let's see what are the other options. Vanquish the Weak, Artistic Refusal. Blue is good, but maybe not this one. Volcanic Spike's also quite good. Probably should take this one. This it does solidify us heavily into white-black, or at least it solidifies us into white, so that's something to consider. Also not a fan of passing. Well, Vanquish the Weak is kind of fine to pass. Volcanic Spike is a little bit more painful, but we'll take the rare. And we do get Keruga the Macro Sage. This one probably might wheel. Let's see what else we have. I probably want to take Phyrexian Sensor because this is probably one of the most annoying cards. It really slows down opponents who are not also playing Phyrexian, so this is a pretty solid. And it also solidly fits in white-black. We'll definitely take that. I might want to plan for a blue or a green splash in case Keruga gets open. But we'll see. We could at least aim for green. There's Yargle and Multani. Probably not taking that. I'm more likely to take Invasion of Lorwyn if we want to go for the green splash. It's also decent enough removal. There's a Seraph of New Capenna, which is fine. It's not the greatest to flip, but it is on curve on flipping. I probably would want to just take Invasion of Lorwyn. Let's speculate a little bit here. Seeing quite a few good Phyrexian options. Let's keep that in mind. We'll take the failed conversion. Well, there's also Skittering Surveyor, which is probably the better one. It's a shame we're passing Kenra's Spell Spear. That's probably one of the best drops. We have to take failed conversion, sadly, because we don't have any. Well, Invasion of Lorwyn's our removal, but we kind of want to have a few other options. Skittering Surveyor, probably one of the best cards. This is a tough one. I guess we'll take the failed conversion first. Let's see how badly punished we get for taking this one. This, as removal, it is kind of late. That's probably a main concern. Definitely not taking I'm not going to pick up the message. Probably will take the Ichor Shade here. Yeah, it's pretty much Ichor Shade here. There is a Ravenous Sailback, but that's... But we are not too convinced we're splashing green quite yet. We can easily just drop this and go straight white-black. There's okay, Scarred quite a few good options. Surge of Salvation, pretty good combat trick. Some decent white. I might just take the Scarred Barons because because we want to get as much good mana fixing as possible. We'll probably take this one. Yeah. Aside from Surge of Salvation, everything else does feel kind of replaceable. Yeah, I'll take the land for now. Let's try to take the land, especially if we can get an off-color with green or blue. Okay, we got another Surge. Yeah, I definitely take the Surge this time. One protection spell is fine. Let's see, Core Halberd, Scroll Shift. None of these are great. I might just take the Consuming Aetherborn. We do have to remember that Phyrexian Sensor also messes us up, so let's try not to rely too hard on it. There's a Dina. I guess we can take it, but it's not one of the best cards to splash for. It's actually not so great. I might just take the Bladed Battle Fan. We could use more creatures though. I'll take the Dina, but we're probably not gonna run it. Yeah, passing the removal spells and taking this one does come with a price. Okay, we do get an Ichor Drinker back, so we can't. So we do have an early start at least. At least we have plans for an early start. We kind of still need more early Phyrexians. It means that any splashes will have to be super late game, but at least we can worry about it then. Knight of the New Host Sanctifier fits our playstyle. The Knight of the New Coalition is slightly better, but I think we'll take the Sanctifier here in this case. Yeah, we got we did get the Knight after all. Both of these are bad. I'll take the Halo Hopper, but again, we're probably not going to run that. We'll probably not running the Aeronaut, to be honest. We'll scuttle that side. Okay, so we got Invasion of Ikoria, double green, so probably not running that. Norn's Inquisitor is a good pick. We probably should be taking the Collective Nightmare though. Well, there's also a Final Flourish. Wow, we're not going to see either of these spells, so we probably have to take one. It's probably going to be the Collective Nightmare. I would like to take the Norn's Inquisitor, but we're very unlikely to run into removal. We're more likely to run into creatures, so we're gonna take that. We're gonna take the Deadly Duration for the same reason. Bellanon, not so great. So we want to have a solid. We're probably gonna go for mostly black, so it does make Drana a little bit awkward being double white. But we'll see. Let's see if we can make it pan out. Okay, Blight Reaper Talid, completed Huntmaster. I honestly want to just take the Alabaster Host Intercessor. Between the plane cycling and the late game play, this is actually quite solid. Yeah, we'll take this one. It's only one of the few white cards left too, so we might be able to cut off white in the next one. Another Host Sanctifier. Honestly, I'm gonna just take the Jungle Hollow. I'm gonna try to enable the Invasion of Lorwyn a little bit. Curve is currently too high for my liking. If I would like to cut one of these two fours for the most part. Let's see how. So we really, or at least we need to load up heavily here. Okay. Attentive Sky Warden is fine, but we don't have that many incubators. We might want to take another Sanctifier. Render Inert is kind of fine. I think I'll take the Sky Warden this time. We kind of need more. Yeah, we'll take the Sanctifier Sky Warden this time. Another Keruga. I honestly am probably gonna pass on that. We are trying to cut very close to the bottom. There's an Invasion of Moraganda. Gives us a fight effect. So it's a bit it's nice, but it's a bit conditional. And at 6, it's really hard to flip. Also, I've made quite an investment on. Well, technically, we're invested on 1s and 2s. We could have taken the Keruga, but not too convinced. That's a great one. Versus Zerda, we're definitely not going to be able to companion this. I might just take the Seraph of New Capenna this time. But this is not too bad. Abilities cost 2 that aren't cost 2 less to activate. So if we do get a lot of, so it does shrink the cost of this. It shrinks the cost of that. We'll take this, and we're definitely not companioning it. Yeah, we'll take the Seraph this time. There's an Invasion of Asgol, but ooh, we could consider a red splash actually. Tarkir, Dune Shaper, Corrupted Conviction, sacrifice, draw 2 cards. We could use one of these. I think I'll take the Corrupted Conviction. Not too convinced, to be honest, but we will take it. There's a Flywheel Racer, but we don't have enough early game creatures to activate it. It's probably still better than Infected Defector, though. Okay, bunch of cards we're not gonna play. Just complete the collection, I guess. Edge Familiar, not bad for filling in the gaps. Now let's see what we get on the. Another Surge of Salvation. We might take the Sunder the Gateway this time. There's an Ancient Imperiosaur, so we will need to run double green. I probably will take this. I probably will take this and try to find a way to run it though. We'll probably be on the lookout for the Green Forest Cycler then. Because my other choice is really going to be just Sunder the Gateway. I'm going to take this one and see if we can make it work. So we will have to take cards like Timberland Ancient to make this work, but I'm willing to take it. Like right now, it's the only other pick is Nezumi Informant. So we're using so the Timberland Ancients are mostly going to be for forest cycling. Yeah, the Ward is fine. It's a very big beast. Kind of non-boost with our own Fire Action Sensor, but it's not. We're probably not. Well, we're getting all the green rares this time, but probably not gonna run this one. Ooh, there's a Tandem Takedown too. I feel like I'm in the wrong colors already if we're getting this much green now. I'll take this as a value rare, but I'm probably not gonna run that. Okay, this one, Invasion of Terros, not so great. Might have to take another Intercessor here. The Render Inert is fine. Yeah, we'll take another Intercessor here. Another Etched Familiar is kind of fine too. Ooh, there's also a Blossoming Sands. We probably could just take this instead. Yeah, we're at 16 and 7, so though albeit we're not running a lot of our creatures. There's an Emoti, but we wouldn't then need to go into blue. I think the more realistic pick is another Sanctifier. Invasion of Eldraine, very not ideal. I might just take another Ichor Shade instead. We can probably cut the Aetherborn at this point. Bola Slinger, it's a bit expensive. He's a little less. I might just take another search for the sideboard. I'm trying to now adjust my. Okay, we now also need to do a removal sanity check. We have a lot of small creatures that are going to keep bumping, and we only have Collective Nightmare, Deadly Duration, Failed Conversion. That's 3 pieces. 2 Intercessors is 5. I think we can afford to take 1 Mirrodin Avenge. I'll figure it out. Quende, not great here. I'd probably rather have another. Gonna have to do a lot of adjusting here and there though. We have 3 land cyclers, so I think we can actually take the risk of going 16. So we'll have to do a bit of sanity checking, but at least our man, I think I like our mana a bit better at least. So not running Dina. Probably don't want to run 3 forests, probably just 2. We are even on white and black, so I'm gonna try to find a way to cut down our black because we have quite a bit of double white between Zirda and Ninvala, so though the first card we're probably going to end up cutting is white. Edge Familiar is fine, the Ichor Shades are fine. I could just cut the Corrupted Conviction here, so and let's see, what are we? 17 and 6, so we could use another spell. Another Surge is fine. So we can do this one. Okay, though we are 17 lands, 12, 10. I think we could just cut one, or we could just cut one Surge here. It does make the Ichor Drinkers a bit awkward, but you could just play those later. We'll give this one a try. We do have a Doomscar Warrior that, okay, this is a little less realistic to cast here. So I'm gonna bin that on the side for now. We'll just run it like this. Not so sure how great this is gonna be, to be honest, but we'll give it a go. Let's see how well we do. Also, while we're at it, let's check our internet speed. Actually, this one's fine. We can get the turn 4 Drana. We are going to be awfully slow though, so let's keep that in mind. Yeah, most likely we give up our Intercessor. We could also give up Timberland, but I think we give up Intercessor. We go for the turn 4 Drana. Opponent's mulligan twice. Okay. Probably should not have played that early. It's highly unlikely that there's a spell that will be targeting us. Well, at least we got a turn 2 play. So turn 3 we can play this. Definitely Psych. Well, we actually hit it anyway, so we might not even have the cycle. So hold on. Let's swing first. Let's see if our opponent's just letting it go. I think their opponent's going to go for the flip. So I am going to cycle. Did they miss the land drop then? We'll take the 2. Cycle Timberland Ancient. So I'm gonna swing first. The opponent lets it go, so no point dropping Ichor Shade. We'll just drop Drana. It locks. It locks out both of these actually. Opponent might still have something like no, not failed conversion. Well, never mind. They conceded. Looks like they did not have it. So we got ourselves a nice, albeit our opponent had a bad game there. They did not get the start that they wanted. Still, we'll take that. A win's a win. There is an argument for cutting down to 16 lands with the number of land cyclers we have, but I'm probably not going to take that risk. We have quite a few expensive cards that we're going to. Hey Gavin, thank you. Thanks for the like. Nice to see you. How are you doing these days? Anyway, just draft and chill. Speaking of which, I do. Okay, got ourselves a game quite fast, I'd say. Actually, does raise a question: how long does it take for one to get burned out on the format? Me so far not quite. Okay, definitely keeping this. We got runner. Opponent take. Oh, is everyone okay? Opponent's probably in game, but we are gonna. We do have our colors. We got runner. We have quite, so we can get an early aggro start. We do have some removal, albeit it's a bit on the back end. Oh, we definitely get our runner now. Dina, Soul Steeper. Well, we're gonna need the other white for Zerda, so we're gonna swing. So turn 4 Zerda's not too bad. Though that one's gonna be a bit of a liability. Though let's see. Ooh. I can play Zerda. I can play Seraph of New Capenna first. We do have to hold though. Then next turn we can play Zerda, then transform. So we have a plan here at least. Opponent going for the Not Fold Hermit. Opponent can't transform that quite yet, so we're gonna go in Zerda into probably not gonna trade those yet. Also, we have a way to prevent some creatures from blocking, though not quite valuable right now. If our opponent transforms this, it does give us a hard time. We might have to double block. It's also likely our opponent just doesn't have first strike. I'm gonna do this block here. I want to see what kind of combat trick they have. Yep, Belated Battle. I was pretty sure they had the combat trick, so I kind of wanted to get out of the way. We still gain life in the process, so it's not too bad. So most likely we want to take this one out. Oh, opponent sacrifices in response. Sure. But we did have to force that out of the way because if it does flip and our opponent does have the mana for it, it's a big. Of course, opponent has. Of course, we're gonna lose to a mythic. Now we can sacrifice Zerda. Oh wait, we can just make it not block this turn. So we actually have to take this damage. So we're actually kind of racing here. Oh no. Oh, this has Death Touch, so we're actually gonna. I kind of wish I had a second one of these. Wait, I do have a second one of these, but I kind of want to have other regular removal. If our opponent has any fight spell, this is gonna. Nope, opponent's just transforming. Plays the land. Let's see if our opponent has another combat trick. Nope. They could have actually moved the No, moving the valve fan doesn't really do much. Now we can kind of get greedy here. Also, I'm trying to see, does our opponent have... Opponent has a way to sacrifice. They do look like they're kind of flooded. If they're just flipping that, that doesn't do anything. If they... We take, we will take. Transforming Vorinclex... If they have a way to get their Vorinclex back, that's a problem. I guess I will play this one just to give ourselves a backup creature just in case. We could... Opponent might have... Nope, they did not have the removal spell. We got there. That's actually quite tense. We were already starting to flood there as well. But hey, we'll take that. I actually was about to lose a lot of hope because our opponent landed the Vorinclex. I was already thinking, oh my gosh, first we gave up 2 creatures. Then our opponent landed Vorinclex. Well, and to think I really was not going to take the... I was not going to take the Angel. Turns out the Angel actually won us that game. So that was a good run in. I will definitely take that. Okay, so also doing check of the metrics. So far, bitrate's fine, frame rate. One of these days I'll try to make it better. This one is super sketchy. We have black lands. I can intercessor into sensor at least. I'll try it, but I'll admit we probably could lose the game this way. Okay. Okay, we did not get punished, so we'll play intercessor. And sanctifier. One's playing mono black so far into an Ichor Shade, so sure. Now we could play this to... I'm gonna actually play this one first. This could stifle our opponent a bit. Next turn we will definitely play Etch Familiar. Now this does normally force our opponent to just take out the sensor ASAP. Flitting Gorilla and ETB's tap, not bad. Okay, got ourselves our Blossom of Sands. So I actually am... Invasion of Ulgrota. Normally the correct one's to take out the sensor, but... I won't have a way to take this. Our opponent's gonna really try to flip this. Yep, they're going for the flip. We'll probably let them take this. I don't see a good out to trading that. Also, that's gonna grow anyway. So if our opponent flips Grandma, we probably just Lorewyn it. Opponent goes Aetherborn. Okay, so they're going to... I'm hoping they dump it all in the shade. Interesting, okay. They were afraid that I would have removal. Fair enough. They can say hi to Grandma. We will most likely just invade Lorwyn. Grandma's not an elf last time. Oh! I forgot! Censor Rex the casting time. Oh wait, this will also mess us up because this will also mess us up because we just cast that. It's a good thing our opponent made that mistake first, otherwise we would have made the same mistake. Censor kind of ruins it a bit. Okay, opponent is swinging through, which indicates that they are going to drop a blocker. Well, that's big blocker. ETB's tapped. So I can attack this, but realistically speaking, we kind of want to excel. Oh wait, hold on. Non-Phyrexian spell, Alabaster Host Intercessor is a Phyrexian. Hey Jericho Ilagan, thank you for liking the stream. How are you doing? Okay, opponent probably has their own removal spell, but they are casting it on their turn. So it's still ETB's tap. Opponent probably starts holding stuff back. It's tempting to swing with the Aetherborn, but realistically you want to hold stuff back. Yeah, we are kind of flooding though. Opponent might have a Mirrodin Avenge, which is... I could have also swung with the Censor, but well, technically our opponent's already cast quite a lot of stuff. They could still have a Mirrodin Avenge, so be it. Okay, they did not. Yeah, how are you guys doing? Oh, how's the weather over there? That's also another important question to ask. Yeah, also... Opponent has another Guerrilla. Okay, sure. We are still flooding. Sure. I will probably swing with... It's tempting to swing with this, but I don't want to give our opponent an opportunity to unlock Moltan Yargle, so I'm actually going to just keep swinging 1-4-1. And mills 2. We each mill 2 cards. I lose draw now, which is quite bad. We do lose another land, which is fine, I guess. Opponent opts not to put a creature card on top. Lurus of the Dream Den, but okay, nothing cheap to cast. Another mill. Ooh, that one hurts us a bit more. Opponent is looking for something very specific. Let's say it's a kill spell. The good news is because of Censor, it locks out the it will kind of lock out whatever they cast. Well, it still locks out whatever they cast anyway. So probably we'll just cast that thing there. Still playing it safe. Trying to remember if there's... Oh wait. I kind of want to hold back because there's an invasion of Fiora. That's probably the one thing that could really wreck us. So I'm going to actually hold back here. Opponent's going to eventually run out of gas. Herbology Instructor. Okay, this might take a... Oh, ETB's tapped, so that's fine. I'm suspecting our opponent might have a... I'm actually going to play the Ichor Shade and start swinging with multiple creatures. If our opponent wants to... If our opponent wants to trade, that's fine. Yeah, because if this one flips, target creature gets -0, -X where it's Invoker's power, so... Not enough to kill the Intercessor, that's the good news. And we also grow the Ichor Shade a bit. Opponent definitely wants to flip that. It will, if they go for it to snipe the sensor, then we're kind of free reign to swing with everything. Hold on. Surge of Salvation, Hexproof, prevent that will be dealt to creatures you control this turn. Okay, sure. Now this is only hexproof, so an invasion of Fiora is still a nightmare-ish situation. I think this is it. Yeah, opponent did not have any more gas at that point. We kind of just outlasted them that way. Good stuff. Good stuff. So let's keep going. I guess when you draft normally, you actually do quite well. I'll admit the game previous to this was a bit scary though. Okay, got ourselves another Mastery Orb. Let's see if we can get past 3 wins. The 3 wins was the most that we ever got. I blame Yorion for it. But anyway, I did satisfy my curiosity, even if just by playing Yorion twice, so I can't complain too much about it. See if that affects. Not quite. I think you can still hear the electric fan here. Whatever it takes to not run the AC, I will have to do that. As much as I love you guys, I also love a very low electric bill. I want to kind of keep it that way. Okay, definitely keepable. In fact, we got an aggro curve here. Interesting enough, we can then just cast. If our opponent drops something that's, well, I will still swing into it anyway. Yeah, we're kind of unloading, maybe a bit prematurely, but we're hoping to hit Intercessor, so that's our plan here. Also, I am willing to kind of, if our opponent swings with this and it's just a 3/3, oh, nope, it's not going to be a 3/3. Oh no, it'll still be a 3/3. So they will draw a card. Now we'll see if this will actually keep them from swinging, so that's some good news. Now I'm actually tempted to swing, but this will just eat it. So we might actually just jump with an Ichor Drinker later. So our opponent's gonna draw a lot of cards. That's gonna be a given here. So The thing is, this one incentivizes all the counters going onto it, so we could go for it that way. And this is only activate as a sorcery, so we'll see what their big drop is. If they don't go for a big drop, I probably, okay. Yeah, just building our board a bit, but we are actually on track to not win this one. Scroll shift. That's fine. Our opponent is kind of drawing quite a good number of cards this way, but we do want them to stack it quite a bit. I could have gone for this right away, but I want to see what the situation would be like a turn later. Having a sail back. Ooh, they could go for the flywheel, which would be really bad. Yeah, that was bad. But I guess there's our argument for. Now let's see how they swing. Okay, not swinging. Let's see if we can hit a land. We do not. So Alabaster Host Intercessor is gonna wait. Yeah, I haven't seen a lot of white green, but it looks like yeah, given the situation, white green's probably gonna win. We can engineer a few blocks here and there so that we can. So let's see if our opponent has a pump effect. I assume they do, so yeah, we're kind of giving up two. Well, could be worse. It could have gone when we attacked this one, so this is fine. That's not the worst thing to happen. Hold on. Michael, thank you for liking the stream. How are you doing? Well, if you're asking me how am I doing, not so great. Though I would say the Ichor Shade grows a little bit, so that's fine. Okay, hit our land. Probably still. This one's kind of bait. We'll see if our opponent's not going to block it. Also, it has to be my end step. Opponent is going for big castle. Oh, tandem takedown. Can't do anything about it. Though we do at least reset this guy, so it's not the worst thing. Yeah, green. Green actually. Yeah, I probably should get into green next time as a main. Okay. I'm probably gonna just take it. Yeah, but we're not doing very well, to be honest. Can't we have to cycle that if ever. We'll pass. I am very likely to concede after this one though. I'm also surprised our opponent didn't. Well, yeah. So definitely going to exile this. Invasion of Belanon, that's fine. It's not the worst. Because let's see, what does this flip into? Just well, it flips into an enchantment, at least not a creature, so it's not. It's again not the worst thing to happen. So yeah, we'll activate this. Play Zerda. This gives us a free one for this. Well, not free. We still have to pay 1 mana. Likewise, we have to pay 1 mana for this too. We'll see how our opponent goes for this. We probably will... If they all go for this one, I'm... Ooh, Ozolith. So that actually adds 2 counters. Ooh. This duelist is putting in a lot of work. I'll give him that. Do I want to? No, I think I'm gonna still pass here. We could just. If our opponent has to get 1 more combat trick, I probably would concede at this point. Let's see. If I knew I was gonna draw this, I would have cycled this already. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think we can still cast it. Well, given our opponent's removal situation, this might not even be the best thing anymore. We'll still take it for what it is. Oh, and it doubles it. So we can still eat one of their creatures, and yeah, tandem takedown's no longer an option here. Opponent can just make 1 creature quite big, but I'll probably still eat the duelist at this case. No, opponent's not gonna go for it. I would like to swing with this one, but it's just gonna trade 1s to 1. We're gonna see if we can hit any of. Well, the only other removal spell that will work is our other Alabaster Host Intercessor. Everything else is just way too big at this point. One is looking through their graveyard. Also, but we do have to make some haste also, because this one is just gonna keep getting bigger and bigger too. I wonder if our opponent decides that they want to go over the top. I hope they have their own Invasion of Ikoria. Puts it on the battlefield. Thank goodness. Now the bad news is this one is gonna be a 10-10. We probably, and if it attacks, it can tap this one by paying. Well, no, can't tap it anymore. But we are running out of time. This one's eventually gonna get even bigger. Yeah, I'm gonna swing this one once, but we're probably gonna concede after this. This is. Yeah, we're gonna, because our opponent has inevitability. We are. And if they don't have an inevitability on board already, they would get inevitability just by punching through us. So we really needed the other Alabaster Host Intercessor or the Deadly Derision. If we hit either of those two, we would have been able to clear the board somewhat. So first loss, it's acceptable. Risky opening hand, yeah, I agree, definitely. I agree. There was some risk involved. Yeah. It is what it is. You have to kind of know your outs, and sometimes even when you know what outs you have, that was a situation where if you had Sunfall or Invasion of Fiora, okay, I could still try playing into those cards. Unfortunately, I did not draft either. If you know your limitations, don't waste your viewers' time. Don't waste your opponent's time. It's okay to concede. That said, we are still looking for our 4th win. So let's hope we get there. And okay, this one is more realistic. Turn 2 flywheel racer, albeit without any other we can buy some time with the collective nightmare at least. We do have enough early game creatures that I'm willing to risk it here. Also helps our opponent tuck a mulligan. I'll take that. Yeah, worst case scenario, I will just plain cycle the Alabaster Host Intercessor. Okay, never mind. Icarchet turn 3. So let's Collective Nightmare also okay, no rush to Collective Nightmare quite yet. Also, opponent playing way too many colors in my opinion. Yeah, I'm taking a risk here, but I don't think there are that many haste creatures. I might be wrong though. Let's find out. Okay, let's do a check. 1, 2, 3. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2. So I could cast this for this. I'm willing to wait also just in case. I'm kind of doing this as an experiment also. Let's see if our opponent is going to block. They don't block, so we will do this. Yeah. Ren's Resolve. Okay, looks like our opponent is gonna be okay. Opponent did show their cut short. So we probably will just be attack. No, never mind. Opponent concedes. We kind of outpaced them way too much there. We will take that win. Nice. Yeah, good game indeed. Good game. So we got 4 wins. For those who haven't been following my misadventures, that would be the most wins I've gotten in draft. I blame Yorion because my first 2 drafts of March of the Machine, I played with Yorion for the memes. It was fine. I still enjoyed playing with it. But we have to be honest, the inconsistency is still real. Maybe even more real than most. Then the Aftermath draft was a bit of a disaster. Did not draft enough removal. I think I still got 2 wins out of that, so I could not complain too much. Ideally, you really want to get at least 4 that is most of your buy-in. That's most of your buy-in back. 5 wins was also kind of close there, so you kind of want to average between 4 and 5 wins if you can. Anything more than that is definitely gravy. So if I keep this, I'm definitely gonna force cycle. We might play in cycle soon, but I will keep this because okay, we probably will still force cycle. Let's see what Heretic Prankster. Let's see if this dies. Each opponent sacrifices an artifact. That's fine. We'll see if our opponent invests in this because we might actually just collective nightmare this guy right away. Yeah, I guess guess we're gonna collective nightmare right away, because so that its death trigger doesn't do anything. If our opponent drops something else that we have to deal with, we do have Deadly Derision next turn. We can alternatively go. We have plenty of options. Nezumi Freewheeler. Each player mills 3. Ooh, those are bad. Those are bad drop losses. So I can wait for our opponent to transform. Do they have? They would get their Pyretic Prankster back. I feel like I just want to take it out right now. Yeah, I'm gonna take it out right now. Reason being that our opponent gets value if they do flip it. Gift of Completion, Incubate Tree. This one is target creature, so we actually have to wait for this one to activate. So we'll play the Edge Familiar. There is an argument for playing Seraph so that we can start beating in, but I figured we'd go for this instead. Also, it's a nice trade. It's not that bad. Opponent hasn't been playing that many cards. Invasion of Regatta. We lose the Ichor Drinker, sure. I will block. If I don't block, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I definitely want to play creatures first. It's admittedly very greedy. I could also just play the Intercessor. I don't want to save it for something big. No, let's go for it. At least if we go Intercessor, that's not coming back. So even if it gets killed, so be it. And then depending on the situation, we might just go for Imperiosaur next. A little bit risk here and there. We'll take it. Ooh, opponent's going for the game control. They're going for our face instead. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again, Invasion of Fiora is a thing. I'm actually going to play out the creatures first. And the argument for this is that even if we're just left with a 6/6, it's still fine. And if our opponent had to spend their entire board just to clear that out, they're gonna have a hard time clearing this out afterwards. Yeah, Furnace Rain's not very good if you're not in the sacrifice deck. Actually, well, our opponent had a Corrupted Conviction, so that was so they did have the sacrifice deck plan. Yeah, losing Drana and Invasion. Rankle and Torbran. So if I flip this, I can make this into a 5/4. Yeah, we'll pay the full 5. I probably could have swung with another creature, but I think I would not be certain. Opponent is probably thinking that they would be able to deal 5 to this, but that's not the case. Anyway, we pass. Opponent is kind of... Let's see what their big drop is now. Also, by holding this one, by not activating this right away, it does force our opponent to really hold back. Because you have to, no, opponent is going to hold back too. That's smart. We'll activate now. I'm going to swing with everything now. Let's... If they go for... They ideally want to wait. But I'm not gonna sacrifice here. Yeah, because the reason is there's no point in sacrificing in this case. We just needed to get one creature through, and that was enough. I feel bad for the Imperiosaur. He's not getting any gameplay. Well, we didn't need it that time, so that's fine. Let's see if we can keep. Okay. Also keeping an eye out on the weather. As I mentioned a while ago, there is a risk for a heavy thunderstorm, so I have to be careful. What? 5 wins, 1 loss. Yeah, let's keep going. We should do really well for the most part. Yes. Everything's a bit slow, but hey, that's fine. Oh, hold on. Oh, okay, first we have to take a mulligan, that's a given. This is honestly not keepable either. Okay, this one we keep. We need to bin this. We probably bin this also. Alternately, I can bin this one, then just pay this to pitch that. It's awkward. No, we might as well bin this instead. But yeah, this. Now I need to really search. Is this the real one? I now have to search. I need to know. But we're not gonna win anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Let's see. I'm gonna take a look, see at his previous vids, see where he's at right now. I'm pretty sure he's not live. I'm pretty sure we're not gonna get past this one. I'm gonna offer the trade first anyway. See how it goes. This video is only available to subscribers, that's fine. Recent broadcasts. So if he's... I'm trying to see when was the last time we played. Definitely has the much better start than we have. I would kill for a Skittering Surveyor. We'll definitely have to swing with this. Yeah, this is the worst form of ego surfing, not gonna lie. It's also hard to wait. Okay, I think I can see. Only available to subscribers. So I can't just follow. I have to actually subscribe. Never mind. Let's see if there's another. Wait, hold on. That's recent broadcast, right? Let's see if I can. Let's see if his older videos are open. I'm just doing this for curiosity's sake. Not gonna lie. Well, doesn't. Videos, recent highlights, bunch of popular clips, but they're all in modern. He's really opponents taking their time. It makes, if you're doing an explanation bit, that will make sense. Have you seen Legend VD play? He takes a long time. Now I'm super sus about this, so I'm actually going to hold back. He might actually fire the spell off right away. Not that it matters, I'm being flooded in the wrong direction too. Meeting of Minds, opponent's just gonna draw, sure. Feels like I'm playing against constructed deck. Yeah, let's see more videos. Opponent now has a huge grip. yeah, it's hard to tell. It's hard to tell. He's only had one video where he's coming back, and that was for the Arena Open. And he has Sunfall. Great. And it exiles all creatures. Can't really do anything about that. Though, it actually hurts him more than it hurts me, but let's be honest. I'm probably going to concede at this point. A mulligan to 5 is not going to win it for us. Yeah, it's a shame I had to mull that one, but... Yeah, I have no way of tell... Wait, let's check YouTube instead. I'm very sorry for the ego surf, guys. I just have to know.
Everybody, welcome back.
Okay. It's hard to tell. All of his recent videos have been mid goal. Anyway, that was, but I would say that was really sad. We had no good showing on that one. Let's see. I can see how he does his seal pull. Yeah, he literally only plays mid goal, so it's really hard to tell. And I can't. And looking up names doesn't really mean anything. Ah, no. Okay, it's not him. He actually goes by a different name. Okay. So I'm not gonna find myself on Twitch anytime soon, which is actually perfectly fine. I don't really. It is what it is. Man, maybe they should start doing verified player check marks on for some of these accounts. Now that just a thought. Yeah, it does feel like it does feel like a relic of Twitter, but kind of need it now too anyway. Well, we're at 5 wins. I'm actually quite happy with it, but I still want more. Let's keep going. And yeah, I guess we can go with this one. I could go with turn 1 Ichor Drinker, then Scarred Barons. Honestly, I would rather do the turn 2 Flywheel Racer, then play Ichor Drinker to give me my mana fix. Yeah, that's probably the more realistic play if I have to do this. Makes you wonder, why did I keep this? Well, one, because I actually have plays after the last game. That that's kind of what I'm going to prioritize. Yeah, many apologies for the ego surf. But that was definite. Yeah, I think I've seen one of his CFB videos. He definitely did not go by his full name. At least that's what I think. I'm not sure. It's also you know, I'm starting to doubt myself even more. Why do I care? The game is over, man. In fact, I'm more concerned that I might be the one who's timed out right now. Let's see. Yep, I can see the stream. Is the stream metrics moving? It's barely moving. Okay, come on. So you have a bad hand. So did my very first opponent. He had a really bad hand. He at least multi-5 and went through it. I also got the bad hand. I multi-5. I think I've multi-6 twice. Anyway, okay, this might not matter. Let's see if our opponent is there. If not, I am so ready to report the dog. I'll wait a little bit. Now, there is an argument like, hey, sometimes real life happens. Well, the thing is, if it's case of real life happening, this will not be a habit. It will just happen once in a while or something to that effect. In that case, Wizards kind of lets it go. If it's a pattern of behavior, you do it quite a lot. That's not acceptable anymore. Now, I think they kind of do it on a metric basis. Also, you are kind of also responsible for when it's ready to play or not. Also, it's not that hard to hit the concede button. So I'm going to not hit the concede button accidentally. I'm going to actually capture that log and contact support. And that said, thank you for the win, opponent. That made for such exhilarating gameplay. And also, what's the name of our opponent before I click out? Okay. Don't really like to do it, but one can say that it is your responsibility. Anyway, so that actually puts us on. So this game will definitely be our last. We either win or not, but hey, it is what it is. We'll sometimes the journey is okay with Android. This one, it's a bit scary. We're missing our white mana. Our only actual play is going to be Ichor Drinker and maybe Ichor Shade if we draw another mana. We are kind of taking a risk here. We'll see. There's an argument for that we could play this first because it's not like. Okay, maybe yeah, we could have. Well, it didn't matter. Yeah, so definitely Ichor Shade turn next turn. So we are missing our white mana. That's an issue. Oh wow, we're definitely missing our white mana. I am going to pitch this now because it will. If our opponent trades for that, we get our Ichor Shade up to 3/4, and we get something to do in case we don't hit our white mana. We might have just given up this game. Yeah, that was. If our friend is still there, this was the risky keep. We didn't get quite rewarded this time. We've only played Drana once, and okay, opponent's got the Skittering Surveyor. It's a really solid card. So what are we looking for? Well, aside from definitely white mana, that's a given. Well, we hit all our green mana, so actually that means if we hit... Now we have to do this, it's a sorcery speed. Opponent gonna go for their white mana into Seraph of New Capenna. Opponent might not swing. Yeah, let's forget we would activate this anyway. Still haven't hit our white mana yet, but we are getting close to casting Invasion of Lorwyn. Now, if I probably will just swing with this one. Yeah, that goes through. Opponent might flip this. I probably would flip it. Unless I have a 5-drop that I can cast right now. Probably failed conversion? No, Vera. Ooh. Eh, Ichor Drinker. Don't like the idea of giving this up to... Okay, no, opponent not giving it up like that. Wow, yeah, we got punished really heavily. I was considering the mulligan to be sure. at least we know that our next two, that our other two tap lands do tap for white, so it's still not the worst case scenario. Opponent going for 5. Will they sacrifice? Probably not. They don't have to. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have to swing with. I'm gonna swing with just one because this is the one that would. That's the one that would die. I really want to get the Icar Shade trigger as well. That said, we are still kind of in trouble. We definitely, any 6 land would be fine. It would take out one of our 2 problem flyers. There is also the alternate plan of, say, Seraph, and white mana gives us the backup into Menace is tough. So we're gonna take 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. Opponent could sack the Surveyor 9, 10, but probably might not. We will definitely swing with this, but force the Plane Cycle. So I definitely want to cast Seraph here. So the thing is, this is Menace, so we need 2 creatures to block. I probably want to swing with this one anyway. So 3, 6, 8, I block one of their flyers, I chump block that, I double block that one. So if our opponent has removal, we're kind of dead at this point. Though to be fair, we've been kind of dead for quite some time. 3, 6, yeah, we're... Yeah, very dead. So, yeah. Well, we can blame it on our mana woes, but I did choose to keep that hand. So sometimes that's how it goes. Can't be worse. Could be worse, but hey, 6 wins, still quite good. I am quite happy with that one. I'm quite happy with that performance there. Yeah, it does highlight that you really want to slant your deck as much as possible. We actually had the 7 planes there, so, well, to be fair, the odds of drawing into it were still not great at that point. I think we were close to like 50%. But hey, 6-3, not bad. We'll take it. And that's gonna be it for this show. Well, let's crack some packs first since we're already here. Yeah. Good showing. That's going to be it for this episode of Magic Arena Run. If you like what you saw, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Turn on notifications and whatnot. Still digging March of the Machine. I guess the reason I did not get bored of this was because I was drafting meme decks for the early part. So now that I can take it a bit more seriously, we get to go there. So yeah, quite decent openings there. Many thanks to all those who tuned in. Jericho Ilaga and Mike Hell. Thank you guys very much. Hey, there's the Rankle and Torbrand that did not save our opponent. Boonbringer Valky. But seriously, our opponent had the fake Andrea Mengucci did have a very, very good control deck. So there is that. Anyway, that's going to be it for this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope to see you guys again next time. Take care, God bless, stay safe wherever you are. Nice invasion of Innistrad. And yeah, have a great week, everyone. Do take care.